So imagine again we're going for a volcano rifle start. Black powder, okay. Black powder's fine, it's one of those weird ones. I quite like it, mostly because the AoE size increase means that you've got better rocket jumping. Which is helpful. But again, elemental damage is really good if you're going standard commando build, because it will buff your rockets and your shorty damage, whereas black powder will only buff your weapon and rocket damage. But as I say, the explosion size is really nice. Really big bonus to rocket jumping, so not a bad pick. It's just a preference thing. It would be interesting to know which one is actually mathematically better, but I'm not going to sit and work it out. Okay, so what I was saying in the standard run about marking targets and shooting them with the volcano rifle, it's a bit more efficient on Guardian 4 than it is on standard, because things obviously have more health. But again, you need to find the sweet spot. If your weapon is killing in 2 shots, and it's still killing in 2 shots after you shoot a flare gun at them, then it wasn't worth it. So it has to be actually decreasing the number of shots required to kill it for it to be really worth it. There are some minor things about like not using up shots in the volcano rifle, so reloading less and managing cooldowns and stuff, which you do have to take into account. But for the most part, it's easiest just to work it out based on how many shots it will take to kill a target. I prefer Guardian 4, but the runs always look so much sloppier. It's not because they are sloppier, just because it's so much more dangerous to play it quick. So it always looks like a little bit of a scramble just to try and clear the room. And it's the same for my runs as well. It's not just a holo specific thing. That was a sweet little rocket jump there, I liked that. I always appreciate people when they rocket jump off walls, or propel themselves off walls. Shows good awareness. Yeah, see, flare gunning the small guys feels mostly pointless, other than maybe managing the reloads a little bit, but yeah. That was a good flare shot, hit multiple targets. Shame it wasn't the elite that got hit as well, but that's due to positioning. Viking helmet here would have been big pickup, because commando is almost always getting some kind of speed buff, so even if you don't get items or other perks to increase it, it's like going to be a 5% damage buff fairly often. Okay, interesting pick. If we're planning on doing a shorty build or shorty marking spamming, I kind of understand that pick, but we'll have to see where this goes. I probably would have taken the recharging rockets, because then you would be able to come out the gate here with 10 rockets rather than trying to clamber through and get some rockets. It's basically your first bunch of shots there just weren't benefiting from rockets, so you're almost a perk down basically because of it. So I'd always try and get the rocket regen fairly quick. But that's a preference thing, especially because we rocket jump so much in speedrunning. Not having regenerating rockets can be quite painful, because you're using rockets every time you rocket jump, and they're not really helping propel you much further than what you're already doing. Whereas if you have regenerating rockets, then it doesn't matter that you're wasting rockets shooting them into the ground, because you're getting them back as quickly as you're using them. But it's not been too bad. After the first room, we've consistently stayed at around 5, so I could be talking shit. It's always unfortunate when you get stuck there just trying to get that height with jetpack. Hey, perfume bottle. It's tempting because you got a stone block there. It would be beast, but it will not be as good as volcano rifle for mob clearing. So the option here is 10% bonus damage. Because you're not bossing for another 2 rooms. And it's going to take cells to keep it up to date. So it probably wasn't the right choice. It's the more fun choice. And it's definitely the better bossing choice. But we're now also never going to have mini rockets. It's an interesting choice to skip that room. But I can understand it. It's Way Station's one of those ones where we don't have a strict ruling on the best way of clearing it. There's some people which will clear every single room religiously. There's some people which will just clear the big things in the room, the big XP buffs. And then there's like a mix. Okay, so we've got self-control. That will be generating rockets for us now. We'll still struggle to probably keep up with the minigun fire rate there. That was an okay way station. I still think it probably would have been better to have the volcano, especially since here we're probably getting rid of the gun anyway, or we're having to upgrade. Yeah, see, we're getting rid of it for missile battery now. And there's no way you don't take missile battery, right? You've got no upgrades. You're not going to do this on a level 6 minigun. Wait for those rockets to come back. When you've got this much fire rate, having inner focus, whatever it's called, isn't a bad idea for maintaining mini rockets. Because yeah, they're just gone instantly. Sorry, just choking a little bit there. I do think we're losing some DPS and some time here because of the oiled cannon shot pickup early, the upgrade, rather than the regenerating rockets. Now you can see that the rockets are up so much more often despite having a really high fire rate weapon. Not too bad. If we can get Baby Boom, this build will start popping off, but it's unfortunate that Commando pops off a little bit later with this build. You need burn. I didn't see what greens it had, but you definitely need burn, because otherwise you're wasting your balloon pickup. I didn't know missile battery got prime. Missile battery's not a weapon I've used too much. Yeah, I would have rolled that. Blaze is okay, uproot sucks, surprise is kind of meh. Fire rate. Okay. You just take bicycle in, right? 4 cells for an upgrade. Poppy, 6 cells. You had this. You didn't need that. No, you wanted fire rate as well. Okay. I'll forgive you on that. Not bad, not bad. Barricade could actually come in clutch on Harmony if used in the corner correctly. That was a good set. I feel like it was a bit of a struggle at the start of this room to actually focus anything down fully. Yeah, if we can get Baby Boom, this will start popping off quite hard. What? I guess that increases the number of mini rockets that you're generating, which does help with a high fire rate weapon that we're using. I probably would have gone black powder here, but no, fighting pulse is probably the better option. If we'd taken the early Viking helmet, it would have been even better, because we're now reaching 10% movement speed, so it would very regularly be a 5% damage buff. It doesn't sound that much, but it is a global buff. That's an awkward tree to get stuck on, that is unfortunate. And there we go, Baby Boom. going to be funny if you get Jim. See so many explosions in Jim with this setup. Credit card's a good pickup. Nice, we do get Jim. So watch the amount of explosions on this, it's going to be funny. Even funny if we didn't shoot the floor with a bunch of them at the start. Okay, it was I feel like there's some unnecessary movement when fighting Jim here. So right here, I probably would shoot the marking shot, jump onto here, and then hook up here. Or just walk around to the left and stand here, or stand up here. Because we don't need to worry about range, because we were using explosive weapon. And we don't need to worry about hitting crit spots, so it doesn't really matter where we stand too much. But above him, up here, if you grapple here, it's a really safe spot. So we've lost sight here. So that's lost DPS. Here, we're cutting off half of his hitbox with the ground here. So subsequently, we end up hitting the floor like 6 times. And then this is all fine. Don't really be needing to be all the way over here. And then you missed the platform. So if we'd just gone and stood here, none of that would have been an issue. Then we're avoiding rockets, which is fine. Yeah, that movement was okay. Yeah, so I think it's just the start. Like the other bits were okay. You were avoiding damage. That start, that first grapple, lost you a few seconds on like maintaining DPS. So it's always worth trying to maximise your movement on those fights as well. But I mean, it was only a few seconds loss overall. I guess you had stone block as well, so you needed to be a little bit safer and not shooting constantly, I guess. Which I guess I didn't take into account, so if I was playing I might have played it very similar to you there. These reloads are getting very painful for you right now, I can see that. Got no reload items, no reload speed perks. You do have Fury, which does help. It's one of the good things about Recon, but you keep cancelling the reloads with your weapon swaps and your abilities. Safety heal, which is a good idea. Going for a pocket reload there, yeah. The big ouch on this run is your reload at the moment. Like, it is hurting you a lot at noon. I'll probably re-roll for auto crit. There you go. You could have started your reload just then. But just here, you don't shoot at anything, and you make the decision to walk up here and go around this corner. If you'd started the reload here when you made, which I assume is when you made that decision, you would have then been around that pillar and shooting with a full clip. And then you wouldn't get stuck here without any ammo. Reloading when you're trying to DPS an elite. And it would have just saved a little bit of time. Not much, but it's those small optimizations that you can make in the decision making. Very solid run though. I don't know if missile battery, in my opinion, is the pick. It's not a terrible weapon, but it is chunking the boss. But again, main issue is just reload speed. We didn't get any reload items, didn't get any reload perks. And we didn't get any marking perks, so we can't really DPS with pocket reloads either. This is just going to get obliterated. Slapped out the sky. I do find it funny that our bossing in speedruns looks really slow. It is really slow, just because we have to we don't get as many items and we're 2 levels lower. Yeah, that was a solid run. Given the RNG, I probably too would have tried these two. 1235 is not bad. I tend to think that it tends to be about 2 minutes difference between standard and Guardian 4. So that means 11 minutes should be very achievable. Overall mistakes, in my opinion, was not taking auto-generating rockets as your third upgrade. So that definitely lost you some DPS time and didn't really gain any much. Itemization was fine. I probably would have picked up Viking helmet, but that might have screwed over cell economy elsewhere. I'm not going to go back and double check that. No, it's a pretty solid run. Not too many optimizations, just a few movement choices and some reload timing stuff. But I only really have optimized reload timing play because I don't play with reload perks very often, and I don't play with pocket reloads often, so I've had to learn those reload timings. Okay, so next we'll verify this one, double check the info. Right, 1235 798 1235 798, it was Guardian 4, it was on commando.